Thank you for joining me on Hit Dice Hangouts. If you haven't seen Hit Dice Hangouts before, this is the, I guess, little mini stream that I like to do sometimes instead of our main game, where I'll paint some minis or do some drawing or testing out other DM tools, fun things like that are, just D&D adjacent, but it's really a chance where I can kind of interact with chat a little bit more, because I generally can't do that when I am streaming the game. And I'm sorry if I appear quite fidgety at the moment. I had terrible tech problems before this stream started. But of course there was terrible streaming problems. Just checking that the sound is all looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good. I'm going to make sure the chat's working. Chat is working. Awesome. Yeah, so, hi, I'm Alanna, if you don't know that. And this is Hit Dice Hangouts. I'm going to be painting this beautiful young blue dragon today. The poll went up on our Instagram and on Twitter. Oh, hello. Oh, hi. Oh, hello, Paul. And hello. Hi, I'm Kiralee. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad I'm not talking to the air and talking to nothing. But yeah, so the poll went up on our Instagram, it went up on Twitter as well, and I've got such a backlog of minis that I really need to paint, especially these young dragon minis, which are super cool. The black dragon and the red dragon are also super cool minis. But yeah, the young blue dragon won, and I'm going to get my hands out of frame so I can actually focus. I think I might be focusing on the words. Yeah, so we're going to be doing this one today. I have... not lost. Lost is a strong term. I have slightly misplaced the electric bolt that comes from its mouth, so that's something I'm going to add a bit later to this mini. But yeah, I'm just going to jump straight into it. I do want to shout out our musical accompaniment. The music that I'm playing today is by Hunter Rogerson. I cannot speak, I swear to God. Hunter Rogerson. So Hunter is an incredible critter musician, incredible musician all around, but they do specifically some really cool Critical Role themed music, and I reached out to them and they were very kind and allowed me to use their music for these streams. So I've got the thing on the screen which will let you know what the songs are, but these are all from their Scoring Wildmount album, so you should really check it out if you have not heard of them before. But yeah, we're going to jump into this. Two things today. I'm using a wet palette for the very first time. I'm really excited to try this out. I put this paint on here about 30 minutes ago, and like, true to its name, it's still wet, so I'm really excited by that. And secondly, music's getting really exciting. Tell me if the music's too loud at all, guys, and I can adjust it, but it's really exciting. Why do you fear fire? Oh no, that's a really intense song for this intro. But yeah, it's really fun painting minis. That's not the train of thought I was on. So flustered, guys. Oh my goodness, this is meant to be my relaxing stream, and it's so flustered. But anyway, I'm going to be using the adult blue dragon mini from WizKids as my inspiration for this one. So I was very lucky to be able to get one of these incredible miniatures from WizKids. That sounds like they gave it to me. No, I paid for it. But I was lucky enough to be able to order one of these. And it is just magnificent. So I'm going to be using this as my color palette for this stream. So you can see, like, look at the side. Like, so this is a young blue dragon. And this is an adult blue dragon. And if we compare that to a regular size mini, that's like a 6 foot tall person right there. That is ridiculous. Oh, you 3D printed some beholders? That is cool. I am desperate for a 3D printer. I want one so badly because there are so many cool designs, especially on like Etsy. People sell their 3D printing designs, and I have to order them to print it for me, and it's always really expensive. So I really want a 3D printer so I can, you know, obviously still pay for the designs, but get something a little bit cheaper. Yeah, that'd be so cool. The holders are too weak with the eye socks. Yeah, that's what I thought. That'd be kind of tricky. There's a lot of parts to print for a beholder. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I'd really love to get more terrain pieces. Currently, my terrains, when I do use physical miniatures for Hit Dice Heroes, I use a digital map. I did start out using physical miniatures, but it just became too chaotic trying to set up the maps beforehand and knowing what combat was going to happen. So now I just use digital. But when I do get the chance to use physical terrain, yeah, I really want to be able to like have actual like trees and buildings and, you know, rocks. It's all 2D at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to get this guy out of frame, just because this camera doesn't like to focus on too many things at once, or even one thing at once, it appears. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. It might not focus, that's okay. Let's get a bit more light on it, that might help. There we go. That's going to help. So great. So this is the blue dragon color scheme that we're going to be using. So the things I notice are obviously the light blue. Light blue is probably the main color. Very nice sky blue. There are elements of purple in the creases and in like under the scales, and then this yellow bone color, which makes this guy look gnarly as all get out. I think a lot of the dragons from WizKids have this kind of bone color incorporated into them somehow, which I think is very cool. So it looks like a lot of dry brushing. So we're going to go probably blue base, purple detailing, and then a yellow kind of off yellow bone dry brush. Except for the wings, we're going to do the wings bone color first and then light blue dry brush. I'm going to try and keep this paint down to like 2 hours because obviously it's much smaller, the young dragon. So hopefully we can do that. Man, I wish someone would just tune in right now and be like, wow, she's painted that, that's incredible. But no, this is by an artist. Yeah, so we're going to go bone on the wings and then blue for the details, blue dry brush. And then the only other thing is the underside is this kind of pale olive, very like muted olive, yellowy grey. So I'm going to do that. And as always, with pretty much all my minis, I do a bright yellow eye and a bright red mouth, just because it is kick-ass. I love blue dragons. They're so cool. I don't use them enough in my games, but they're so cool. This one's got a bit of an off-center horn, but she'll live. Alright, I'm going to put this somewhere where I can see it. And if at any point you want to see it again too, just let me know, because I love sharing my minis. Not enough people get to look at them. Gosh, I don't have enough space on this desk. Yeah, so let's just jump into it. We're going to need a nice sky blue colour. Let's do some mixing here on screen. Yeah, yes. There we go. We're going to need a nice sky blue colour. So I've started with, this is ghostly blue. These are the D&D paints. So they've all got these fun names associated with them. So this is ghostly blue. So we're going to start with that. I might get a little bit more, but that's going to be our lightening one. And then I've got a few different blues. I've got frost blue, I've got kraken blue, and then I've got a Vallejo. I'm going to say it's called Vallejo blue colour. Oh, hey, Maya. No worries. Hello, thank you for joining us. Oh, I'll show you I don't know if you saw, but this is what I'm using as like my colour guide. The adult blue dragon mini. I don't know if you saw it, you might have seen it already, but I'm showing you anyway. Yeah, so you can go off there, lovely. Okay. Back to the colour mixing. Yeah, let's add in, I think, let's just try this one because it's also the one I've got the most of. We're going to try the, you think by this point I would have learnt how to pronounce it, but I think it's Vallejo. I don't think it's Vallejo. Don't like that word. I think it's Vallejo, because I think it is like, maybe Spanish? Made in Spain, Vallejo. Okay. Look at that detective work. I'm gonna need way more than that. So we're gonna do our blue base, and then... Ooh, this is cool. Look how, like, look how the paint just is it's literally like a liquid. I was also saying, Maya, this is my first time using a wet palette, so it is, you know, all kinds of new. Alright, let's just do a quick... Yeah, that's gonna need to be lighter. That's very wet. Oh no, it's not super liquidy. That's gonna suck if that's the case. Let's drop in some white, because I went way too dark. This white is called Lawful White, which is quite fun. I think the issue might have been the Vallejo was not properly shaken before adding it. Okay, this is now baby blue. I really want sky blue. I'm gonna need a more saturated blue. I'm currently doing a course on color theory, so I'm going to try and incorporate some of the terms I learned to help me be a better student. I'm going to need a more saturated blue. The camera color balance is going nuts. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just a cheap webcam, so hopefully it's not going to hurt too much. Let's go. Oh, is it looking really bad? I hope it's not super bad. Oh, that's the wrong color. Oh no. Now this is where you learn that even though I am learning color theory, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna mix until I get something. That's back to the box. I've got like a really neon blue that I cannot seem to get. Anyway. So it's got a bit of green in it. That's less than ideal. You know, it's not terrible. I do actually need like saying, oh, thank you, Beck. It looks like a lot more vibrant on the screen than it is in real life. So I'm just gonna point out, if I sound like pissy with it, it's because it looks a little less good in real life. But thank you, Beck. I appreciate that. Yes, it is definitely a shade of blue. Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh, this is working. This is starting to work. Okay. Okay, another drop of that and we're good. So this one I've just put in is Frost Blue, so I like to imagine that is for frost giants. What's everyone's favorite dragon? What's everyone's favorite... Here's the question. What is everyone's favorite D&D dragon? So chromatic or metallic, or gem, if you're a fan of the sapphire dragon, or robot, if you're a fan of the big automaton dragon. And what is everyone's favorite just dragon in general? I want to know like kind of what people like in terms of dragons in fiction, because there are so many great dragon fiction. This is very light, but I think I'm going to darken it with the purple when I go over. And I could even do like a darker blue dry brush. Falcor is a dragon, I want to say. I think Falcor is like a dog dragon. But Falcor might actually be like, oh, now this is the point where I can't get lost in the painting and I need to actually keep it in frame. Ooh, Bronze Dragon. Good choice. Bronze Dragons are pretty cool. I like a lot of the metallic dragons. I think... Ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pick a favorite. I think out of D&D dragons, though, truthfully, like, white dragons might be my favorite. God damn it, Alanna, keep it in frame. Keep it together. But if I'm going chromatic... Okay, stand's coming off. If I'm going metallic... Probably like silver. Silver are pretty cool. Falcor is a luck dragon. There you go. Gold and bronze D&D dragons. For general fiction, I've got to think of that one for a minute. Okay. Man, yeah. I mean, fictional dragons in general, I really like. I mean, it's not the best. It's not... Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Keep it together. Keep it together. Focus. It's not the best piece of fiction in the world, but as a kid... I freaking loved the Aragon series. Or Aragon, however you want to pronounce it. Like, loved them. Absolutely mad for them. And I loved the dragons in that. I loved Saphira, and I loved, I can remember the names of the dragons I love so much. Thorn. Thorn was the red one. I like Thorn and Gladir, and yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's good. It's, you know, it's not, I'm not trying to bag on it, but the author was like 15 when he wrote it, and some parts do read a bit fanfiction-y, like this section of the book is Lord of the Rings, and this section of the book is so-and-so, and I mean, most fiction works copy from other things at some point. This was probably just a little bit heavy on the thematic copying. It's still an excellent story, and it's just fun. Good youth novel. Oh god, this dragon's got the curliest wings. It's gonna absolutely drive me up the wall with trying to paint its back. Oh, look at me keeping in focus. I'm loving this. So we're going for a very light, I'm gonna say canon for this, that younger blue dragons are a lighter blue, and then as they get older they get that more kind of deep blue and deep purple colouring to them. And that is why mine is quite light, because I'm not mixing this blue again. It's also quite wet. I think the Vallejo blue was not properly shaken, and therefore it's a little runnier, but that's okay. It's going to be dry brush to heck, which means all the mistakes get covered. How's the music sounding, guys? Because it's pretty quiet for me, so I want to make sure it's good for you. We're listening to The Garden Feeds the Warden. Ooh, this is the island with the pyramid in campaign 2. It's good? Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for joining me, guys. Like I said, I'm so glad I don't just have to talk to myself, because that would be true rambling. I would just be going off on the most inane stuff. Ducks of War, what are your favourite dragons? You haven't told us. Or maybe you did. One sec. Oh no. Oh no, I missed so many messages. Oh no. Oh, Haku from Spirited Away. That's awesome. Yeah, Haku is amazing. Love me a good river spirit. Cool. That's why they're not showing up, because these are meant to be here. There we go. Oh my god, this is like my favourite song that Hunter does. Sorry, I'm messing around with the chat now. Oh no. Oh yeah. This is so good. If you guys are fans of like Critical Role, which I know at least 2 of you are, the Kentana Pansophical, Kentana something, they did a live concert a couple months maybe back, and it was incredible. Hunter Rogerson was on there and actually debuted this song, because it was all kind of Mariners themed. And yeah, so cool. This song's incredible. Even like outside of Critical Role, if you're not even a fan of Critical Role, it's an amazing song. I don't want to be famous, not like that. Goodbye. Catchamaya, have a good one. Thank you for dropping in, I appreciate it. Honestly, the base coat is the longest, most annoying part of any paint. Especially if you're not 100% on the colour you've chosen for the base coat. And you're just like, ugh, I need to suffer through it until I can get to the details. This is what it would be if no one's in chat. It would be me just miming the music. I am just going to do this blue here now. I know I said the wings were going to be base coated in the kind of yellow bone color, but they're going to bleed through blue anyway, so it doesn't matter if I get these ridges. Keep it focused. There we go. So if there's a little bleeding, I'm not fussed. I'm actually going to make that yellow really dark, so it should cover it pretty nicely. It's been a while since I got to paint a mini. I'm so relaxed. I'm about to be not relaxed though, because I'm running out of my paint and I'm going to have to mix it again. That's going to be a nightmare, because I don't remember the recipe for it. Oh no. Yeah, I've only got half this thing done. I've got to remix my base coat. Oh, maybe I can spread it. Maybe I can get it to like really spread out. I think I'm gonna have to wait for this one to dry a little bit too. It's not a super warm day here. It's actually quite chilly. And it's not very dry either. The air's not very dry, so this is where I get paint everywhere. So this paint's gonna be quite wet. I might have to get the hairdryer out. Just get it a bit warmer, get the air a bit warm. I am just holding it by the tail, even though I'm getting paint everywhere. I probably should have left the tail last, but I'm getting paint all over my hands, but I can do the tail again. I'm not too concerned about rubbing the paint off it just at this moment. I could put it on its stand, but where's the fun in that? It would fall off. Look at these wings while we're here. What's this one? The Eastern Wastes. Ooh. Place where you might expect to find a blue dragon. Yeah, no. I like Hunter's music, especially because, like, Hit Dice Heroes, our D&D stream, if you didn't know, is set in Exandria. It's set in Wildmount, so a lot of these songs are excellent inspiration for the locations that, you know, the crew might visit. Currently, they've only been to 2 towns because it's a long mystery that they're trying to solve. Wow, this is so wet, it's not even really adhering at this point. I'm not sure if that's because of the hydration pad. Like I said, this is my first time using this painting palette, so I'm not sure if that's how it goes, or have I done something wrong? I don't know. We'll figure it out together. I have no space for happy little accidents. This needs to be perfect. Yeah, look at that. It's like... I'm just gonna do this. I'll fix it up afterwards. I just need to get some paint on it. Alright, let's focus on this face. I might actually... Ooh. Yeah, I think the problem is the water to paint ratio at the moment is kicking us a bit, but as long as we get some paint on it, we can let it sit for a bit while I mix the next colour, which I think might be the yellow, so we can get the wings filled in. I'm not a super precise painter, you'll quickly learn. Alright. Yeah, the thing is blue should have been much darker, but that's okay. I think it's going to look really cute, actually, and it'll probably stand out a little bit differently to the adult blue dragon if it's a little bit lighter, like I said, a little bit younger. I think, like, what is it? Young dragons are, I think, anywhere from like a year to 100 years, I think. I think adult. Or it might be even younger than that. So I know ancient is like 500 years plus sort of thing. Oh man, come on. I just need enough to paint the inside of these wings. And it's running a bit thin. Just gonna hand fist my way in here. Awesome. fix up the hands and the underside. Oh wow, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here for the paint. I just really don't want to have to mix this colour again. Just trying to spread it as much as I can. Imagine painting a blue dragon and saying you don't want to mix the colour blue. That's me right now. Oh god, there's a little patch. There's a patch at the back. You see that? Ah! Oh no! Oh no. That's such an awkward spot to get a brush in. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to go in this way. There we go, that actually works pretty well. Alright, let's fix up the tail where I've absolutely messed it up. And I think that's pretty, at least, you know, it's not the perfect base coat, but it gives us our blue. I'm just gonna set her down for a second. I think it goes in this way. Oh, yep, see, I've rubbed all the blue off the arm there as well. There are some spots here on the tail that look bare. That's just actually the gleam from the camera light. Don't stress too much about those ones. Messy wings, but it's a good start. I might mix a little bit more, but make it a bit darker and fill in some of those lighter spots. Just to feel a bit better about it. Yeah, it needs a bit of lightness to it. How's everyone doing? We're doing good? Having a good day? That's a bubble. That wasn't even in paint. I'll show you what I'm doing. Slow day. Hey. At least you can watch Twitch at work. That's pretty cool. I can start, if I have like a free period and there's an interesting stream on, I might be able to watch a bit during work, but the internet's generally so bad that I can't. So I might just listen to the audio, which is fine, but I imagine audio for a painting stream wouldn't work very well. Okay, this paint's a lot thicker. Filling mold lines. Ooh. That's cool. Oh goodness. So we're both doing kind of some form of... I know filling mold lines isn't painting, but it's still, you know, it's application of a substance to a surface. Let's go with that. Okay. Oh yeah, fair. That works back. That is one of the benefits of working from home, I guess. Alright, let's flip her over. I'm going to touch there because that looks dry already. Just filling in some of these lighter patches, especially here on the wings. That was a mess. It was a massacre! No, what's that quote? It's a... it was a... yeah, it's Willem Dafoe from Boondock Saints. It was a firefight. There was a firefight, that's it. There was a firefight. Good movie, if you haven't seen it. Boondock Saints. Young Norman Reedus playing a Catholic hitman? Catholic gunman? Can't remember exactly what they are, but it's a good movie. Willem Dafoe is incredible in it. You want to see Willem Dafoe break down gender barriers. An excellent film to do it in. Oh yeah, I need 3 hands. Yeah. Yeah. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to get it to show up. Not the easiest. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, that's pretty good. Mixing that little bit of blue I tapped in. I'm pretty happy with that coverage. I'm actually pretty happy with the colour as well. You know? I think could have been darker, but I'll make it work, because that's what I do. Let's just fully cover the face at the very least. I don't want to colour that horn. That needs to be a pretty defining feature. Maybe actually even a little bit of water on this side. Although I don't think I'm meant to wet the top of the hydration sheet, so I might have just fucked it. Whoops. Alright, so I've got that. That's looking pretty... Oh, I see what you're saying about the colour. I see it now. If I move that away, you can see... Oh goodness, that's too much. Let me adjust the spotlight that's on it. Ooh, if I do that, it's really blue. There we go. That's the white light. There we go. Alright. So... Ooh, it doesn't like that. It really doesn't like that. I'll keep it on that one. Yeah, so there we have it. It's looking pretty good. Says I. Says the person painting it. So really, if it's your art and you think it looks good, then then nothing else matters. Unless, of course, you are streaming it live for other people to judge and critique you all. But that's okay. I am by no means an expert mini painter. I wouldn't even say I am moderate. I am very much amateur. Even though I've done a couple. But I do like it a lot. I do like it a lot. It's very relaxing. This music is so intense though. Like, honestly, I love the music. I've spent a good chunk of this stream already talking about the music. It's intense. I think I've just had a line of the most fearsome battle musics play. It's so hard to find like good royalty-free music for stream. I mean, it's not super hard, but it's hard to find ones you like and ones that are thematic, and this is good. It's thematic. It's just woof. I don't have any paper towels. Be back in a sec. I need to go grab some paper towels. I'm just gonna leave the stream up. I'm back. Paper towels. Like I wasn't even gone. Alright. Got paper towels and I also got a biscuit. So I'm gonna munch on that as I paint. Excellent. Alright, so we need our lovely bone. Don't know why I said like that. Bone. A lovely bone colour. I'm going to try and touch this adult mini now without getting paint on it. But we can see... Oh no. No. We need to do the purple. Purple first. So... we need... you can see like there's a lot of purple in the kind of creases. So I'm going to use probably a fine brush. That's too fine. I'm probably going to use this one. It just comes in a frame. So it's quite fine and it's going to let me get into the creases. The spikes in particular are going to stay bone coloured. The claws, but yeah, all the kind of little creases. I'm going to try and create this like purple gradient effect coming out of the blue. And then we'll dry brush with the bone colour and do all the features of the bone colour. So let's mix a purple that we like. Get out of here. Let's mix a purple that we like. The good thing about purple is it's so close to blue that I can use the same brush. No, I just said I was going to use a different brush. Alright, that brush goes in the water. I could have used it to mix, however. So I have a few different purples. But the two I'm using today is going to be Vallejo Royal Purple and Purple Worm Purple. which actually has a slightly more muted colour. Come on, focus. Anyway, you can trust me, it has a slightly more muted colour, which is going to be good for this. And then I might even drop in just the tiniest drop of red, because it's quite a vibrant purple. It's quite a reddish purple. So we'll do some of that. So let's give it a shake. Always shake your paint bottles, no matter how sus it looks. Lovely. I am going to mix it with a different brush because these fine brushes are quite fragile, and if you start swishing it around everywhere, give it a shake. If you start swishing around everywhere, it's going to like make a mess of your brush. And just the tiniest drop of red, I think. Just so this red is Cambion Crimson. Can't speak. Cambion Crimson. So I just want to adopt a little. Oh, this is not very well mixed. Look, you can see it's separated. That's gonna have to go into like a shaker. I'm just gonna have to bang it on the table repeatedly to get it. So let's just clean up my blue brush a bit, because mixing a bit of blue into the red and purple isn't going to hurt it. It's just going to make it more purple. Is that focusing? It's not. Come on, lovely. Give it a bit of height. There we go. Focus. Oh well, you can see it, even if it's not focused. There is a chunk in this paint. Oh my goodness gracious me. You know, I like this purple a lot. I think it could use a little bit more red. So I'm going to do that. Excuse me as I put the paintbrush in my mouth. It's the official technique for storing your paintbrushes, is to chuck it in your mouth. Okay, this is a full-on shot. Let me see if we've got another red. I'm just going to use the Vallejo red because it's not separated like my Cambion one is. Oh god. Oh, I'm dripping paint. Oh no. I thought it wouldn't be this runny, but it is. Oh no. It's okay, it didn't land on my shirt. I'm good. Oh yeah, that's good. Now we're gonna getting a kind of vibrant mauve oxblood. That's wrong. Back with more royal purple. We're getting to the Alanna hates everything part of the colour mixing stream. Oh, look at this. We're getting brown now. Let's just see how it looks. It's definitely too dark. I need like grape yellow, like purple, sorry. I need like purple that is pure grape colour. And I don't have it. I'm just gonna lighten it up then a bit. I also really don't need this much purple. But that's a concern. We should all have. Oh, it's not mixing very well either. But I'm actually liking it. I'm liking the colour I'm getting here. It's very Beholder purple. In fact, I think I've just made Beholder purple. Let's see. This is Beholder purple. I think I've actually just made this colour. Oh no, this is way lighter. Yeah, not even close. Oh, may as well mix that in now too. Okay, this is going to be my purple. I think that looks alright. Yeah, I think it's a nice contrast to the blue. So, we're going to chuck this purple in on some joints. The blue looks like it's setting pretty well, actually. So I'm going to move all these paints to the side. It's feeling pretty good. The arm there's still a bit wet, but the tail's pretty good. It's not super wet anymore. And I'm just gonna... Oh, no, wrong brush. Ah, wrong brush. I need a smaller brush for this, because I really don't want to overdo it on the purple. But I do just want to get into like these little cracks. Under the scales, preferably, Alanna. Can we go under the scales? And it's going to look a little blocky to begin with, but once I do the dry brushing, it's going to just kind of cover how blocky it is. Because it's almost got like bone plates. The blue dragon looks very scaly. I love it. I'm just going to do this side first and then... Might even kind of come down to a bit of a purple tip. I'm going to leave the up side of the tail for those bone. Good one, Alanna. Keep it in focus. There we go. Gonna keep the up part of the tail, the actual like thorns and that are bone coloured. Almost a bit like an ankylosaurus. There's no purple dragon, is there? Like, obviously not. There's 5 chromatic dragons, and purple doesn't play in. So, if you've got green dragons, greens are kind of like green and yellow. I suppose red is like orange and red. White is white and blue. Blue dragons can be blue and purple. Then you got black, which is like black and green. Well, it depends. I mean, it's D&D. It can be whatever you want it to be. I'm gonna, like... I'm using this brown paper so I don't get it on my table, but it's actually going to be really good for kind of getting a very, very light paintbrush in terms of the amount of paint that I have on it. All these wonderful technical terms that really probably only make sense to me. Might just, it's probably too much. I might have to go back over on blue there. I was just going to kind of streak it down. Yeah, that's probably a bit too much. That's okay. There should be a purple dragon back. I agree. I'm going to take a bite. That's cool. Drunk minifigure painting. That's fun. Oh yeah. Oh, I've actually got a sapphire dragon mini. Do you guys want to see it? Let me know if you want to see it. I'll go grab it quickly because it's cool. It's ridiculously cool. It's ridiculously big too. Like it's cumbersome. Yes? Alright. I only need one person to say yes. I'm gonna go get it. I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna eat my biscuit too as I go, so I'm not snacking. Alright, back in a sec. I just took a huge bite of the biscuit, and now I feel like I need to chew it off screen. It was a really big bite. Alright. So, let me get all the paint out of the way because it is a gem dragon, it is also very translucent, which means paint will definitely show up on it. This is the sapphire dragon. Ooh, I'm gonna have to zoom out on this one, aren't I? This is the sapphire dragon. It's massive. They market it. It's a bit dusty. I need to dust it a bit. They marketed it as just the sapphire dragon. They didn't say if it's like an adult or ancient or whatever the heck this is. This is cleaning the paint off my desk. It feels like it's an ancient dragon. Maybe it's adult, just with a massive wingspan, because you compare it to the adult blue dragon, and then once again I'll get poor Hikari to show off the size of this thing. Like, Yeah, good lord, that is big. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm saving up for the Tiamat figure. I don't. I'm hoping I can order it before the pre-orders run out, but I need the Tiamat figure. The absolute massive. Sorry, I just bumped the microphone. Super unprofessional. The absolute massive. This one is WizKids. A lot of my my figures are WizKids. Yeah, this one came out when the Sapphire Dragon not module, you know what I mean, stat block came out. Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah, this is really cool. Okay, I need to get it out of the way now. I need to put it somewhere I'm not gonna get paint on it. My bed. So yeah, I'm a collector. I'm lucky enough that I can kind of collect these things. So I've got the adult white, adult blue, adult red, and adult black dragons that WizKids have come out. The Legends of the Realms, or Icons of the Realms, I think they're called. They're amazing. They're so cool. I feel like they're going to have to release an adult green dragon, but there's been no word of it yet. But I am jonesing for an adult green dragon. Green dragon was one of the first minis I ever painted, so if I could get a mummy dragon to my baby dragon, I'll be really happy. Get some features, some purple in there. I like the idea of the dragon blotting out the sun. Then we will fight in the shade. Classic movie reference. I'm going a bit messy here just because I'm getting an hour into the paint. I'm getting to the point where it's just like, nah, it's fine. Whatever. It'll look good regardless of what happens to it. So I am going to do like a lot of these kind of creases and I guess muscle lines. We're going to just have slight purple accents on them. A bronze dragon to paint. Ooh, we should do a painting get together, Beck. I've got a bronze dragon. We could just have like a little Zoom chat and paint together. That'd be fun. Or a wine and paint. I don't know if you drink wine, but what's a P word for drinking that we can use for, like, you know, I was going to say a booze and paint, but I am a big fan of alliteration, so if we can think of a P word for drinking, it can be a margarita and minis. I'm not a big fan of margaritas. I have to be something different. I'm sorry. A punch and no. Painting and oh my goodness, painting and pints, port and paint. I love all of these. I'm not going to start drinking right now, but I've got like this lovely bottle of port actually behind me. Oh, no, what am I doing? Just messed up the hand so much because I got so excited by paints and pints, port and paint. Oh my goodness, you guys are great. That's too much paint. Paint and pints. That's so cool. Comes in pints. I'm getting one. Another classic reference. Should just turn this into like a Lord of the Rings stream. I love talking about Lord of the Rings. I think it's like probably my aperitif. That's how you say it, aperitif, right? Aperitif. No, aperitif. That's like the little drink you have before a meal, isn't it, in Italy? Aperitif. Aperitif. Digestion, yeah. I really love Italy, and I've been lucky enough to travel there twice now. But the thing I had to learn was, and it's a good thing. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. It was just a bit of a culture difference. Was how long Italians, and not trying to make a generalization, but this is what we experienced. How long Italians would like spend with their meal, aperitif. Okay. If you're super pretentious. But no, we went to like a lot of restaurants and like it felt like we could stay there for hours and we wouldn't have been asked to leave, which is great, but it meant getting our bills really difficult. Kind of like we got some looks because we're like, we want to go now. And they're like, what? Which is, I think is cool. I think I love lounging after a meal. And having a drink specifically for like after meal. To like, they make a day. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, if you're gonna go out and do all that, why not treat yourself and spend the time appropriately? I think I'm gonna have to do like a dark blue dry brush on this guy, just because I've gone a bit purple crazy. So I think the light blue and this are gonna be like nice kind of under shadows. That's not a thing. Because it kind of looks a bit bruised. Yeah, it's super cool. I really liked it. I was like, am I doing something wrong? Because they haven't come and asked us if we want the check or the bill, I should say. I had to like go into the restaurant and they were like, what are you doing here? Yeah. I might do like some real purple around the wings, like really in these joints here. Which you guys can totally see because I'm showing it to you. Yeah. I've had bad experiences with limoncello. So I tried it in Italy, which is great, but like, it's that drink that kind of like brings back memories. I had just like a weird guy at a party once try to force feed everyone limoncello. It's just like, ugh. So now when I think of limoncello, unfortunately, I think of this really pushy guy trying to force it down everyone's throats. It's just like, ugh. Which is a bit of a downer to that conversation. I apologize, but limoncello is nice. It is nice. It's just, personally, it weirds me out now. It's like, go away. I don't want you to feed me limoncello. Had limoncello. And yeah, the other thing too, this is now an Italy stream where I talk about my experiences with Italy. Another thing too with the casual dining experiences, which again, I really enjoyed, but I went to Pompeii, which I'm an ancient history teacher and Pompeii is my holy grail. I was so excited, my first time going to Pompeii, but we went for lunch beforehand and lunch took like 2 hours. And we're literally sitting at a restaurant across the road from the walls of Pompeii, and I was just like, I need to go. I need to go inside. And we were just like, you know, people were eating pizza and having drinks, and I finished my pizza an hour ago, and I just want to go to Pompeii, but lunch took 2 hours. So that's probably where my fear of casual dining in Italy comes from. It's like, I'm going to miss out. I need to go. Grappa. What is that? Is that another type of drink? I've not actually heard of that one. Please enlighten me. It makes me think of like grapes, so I'm wondering if it's like a kind of a grape drink. I know wine is technically a grape drink. I'm now kind of moving on to a bit of a dry brush on these wings. Which I said I wasn't going to do with this brush. But look at me go. I don't care. These brushes are only really expensive. Probably shouldn't be doing it. Let's get a little bit of purple on the wings too. Fuck it, let's go wild. You can really pinpoint the point where I not stop caring. I'm really not stop caring. It's just you can pinpoint the point where I'm like, I don't care about details anymore. I just want it to look kind of cool. What is this song? The Astral Dreadnought and Halas's theme. Amazing! One of my favourite characters from that D&D show. These wings look so messy. I'm gonna fix them. Sounds like absinthe. I mean, I say I'm an ancient history teacher. It's what I'm trained in, but I haven't actually had many chances to teach it, unfortunately. But it is where my passion in teaching comes from, is history and ancient history specifically. So I really want these ears to be purple. I guess who made up too much purple paint? I'll give you 2 guesses. And if you can't get it right at that point, there's probably something wrong. Alright, so the whole purple in the cracks thing went a little wild. Now it's purple everywhere. I'm going to see if this is still good. It's blue, because I did muck up the tail just a little bit, so I'm just gonna go a little bit. Oh my goodness! Korg the Mighty, thank you so much for the raid! Hello! Welcome to my very bruised looking blue dragon. The spiritual opposite of limoncello is probably closer to absinthe. Oh, okay. So is it like a clear liquor? Grappa? Thank you so much, Korg. What have you been up to? Have you been doing some painting or some D&D-ing? I like that little raid icon. We are painting the dragon version of Starbucks Unicorn Frappuccino. I like it. I mean, it is essentially a unicorn. It's got a singular horn, so I think you're spot on the money there. Oh, cool. I like that. Building in Fortnite. I can't tell if you're, like, saying you were just playing Fortnite, and that's a fun way to say it, or if you were actually, like, building cool stuff in Fortnite. I'm just, like I said, these wings are going to be cleaned up a lot later. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. What did you make? What did you make this time? What did your community get you to make? I've not played Fortnite, like, much. I've played, like, 1 or 2 games, but I did play it when it was a single-player game, and you had to, like, build your base. And I really like that aspect of it. Oh, that was too much. Anyway, that's looking good. Yeah, that's the whole point, Beck. It's like, you build and you fight. We ended by trying to build a huge snail building, as well as a giant fish building and giant picnic basket. That's cool. It's really cool. Sorry, Ducks of War, I missed that. Clear with a floral note that will kick your teeth in. Oh my goodness. That sounds really, like, it sounds messed up, but it's pretty funny. Sorry, rebase system. Yeah. I am going to, ooh, my hydration pad's actually wet. Alright, so we've got, excuse me, we've got this. I think I'm gonna do a blue, oh, it's risky. It's risky. I might do like a dark, I was thinking like dark blue. Okay. I'm gonna chuck in just some very, very light dark blue features here. Like how I said I was going to do just blue in the creases, purple in the creases, I'm going to just do... I also follow the channel because my friend, oh, Maya's your friend, has been on your stream sometime. I mean, yeah, I mean, she's a regular player. She plays Solace. Okay, this is actually not going to be too terrible, I think. Well, thank you so much. Have I seen you in... I've probably seen you in the Discord then. Are you in Maya's Discord? I don't know if you guys can see the magic that I'm doing here right now, but this is working quite well. Yeah, I've probably seen you around there. Go check out Anxious Maya on... Go check out Korg the Mighty, because it sounds incredible what they're doing on their stream. But also go check out Maya's own channel too, guys. It's Anxious Maya. If you're a fan of Minecraft and Skyrim. Thank you for the follows too. Thank you, Tasha. And Ham Steaks, bruh. That's an excellent name. Any opportunity for me to say bruh, I'm excited by. Ham Steaks, bruh. Appreciate the follows. If you are new to this channel, we do play D&D as well. It's our main gig, is actually playing D&D, which we do every, let's say, 2 weeks. Our schedule's a little off at the moment, but we do play D&D, which is fun. Hey, thank you. Yeah, thanks for bringing people over. I really appreciate it. I sometimes like stream myself just playing like dumb games with friends, and I always want to raid, but I never have people in my stream watching. So it's always like, oh, it's a bit sad if I'm raiding with a party of one. So I really appreciate people that do raid. It's very, very thoughtful of them. These wings are gonna be fixed later. Please don't judge them now. Alright, I like that we're getting some darker blue on this baby. Oh, we're gonna have to think of a name for this blue dragon. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Doom Geek and Korg the Mighty. I'm, as I said before, I'm not sure if you're here for that, but I am not a professional or even amateur mini painter. I just do it kind of for fun. So I'm very eclectic in my style of painting. Let's go eclectic. That's a nice way to describe my style. It's all over the place. Oh, you know, I don't know. I think I've been referring it to like this lady and this girl. You know, I'm not one to aimlessly gender things, but I have been referring to it as her. Who doesn't like a bitchin' girl dragon? I'm gonna need a little bit more blue. Androxus. Androxus? Is that how you wanted it to be pronounced? Androxus. Ooh, I like it. How about Bluey? Androxus is cool. Kind of like, what does that remind me of? Androxus is kind of like... Oh, there's something... What does that remind me of? And... Turn it down so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, Stan's coming off for a second so I can actually get the belly. What does Androxus remind me of? I think it's like... No, that's Alduin. I was thinking like the Skyrim dragon. That's Alduin. Let's just paint inside there while we're here. That's how I pictured it sounding at Droxus. I love Bluey. There's a Australian TV show called Bluey, and it's my absolute favourite thing. Ignore the fact that it is designed for children. It is honestly one of the most wholesome, enjoyable shows that's come out of Australia. If you haven't seen Bluey, I highly recommend it. Again, it's a kid's show, but... Oh my goodness, look at this giant blank spot that I've completely missed. It's... Oh. Look, at all the angles you would otherwise look at it, it's coloured in, except for if you get in at this angle here. You can see its ear isn't painted. Oh my goodness, what a random angle. Alright, let's chuck a little purple in there as well. A random angle for it not to be painted. Alright, I think that's enough of the blues and the purples. Let's just let it sit for a bit, because we're gonna look at this bone colour. Bone! Oh my goodness, Alanna, get your crap together. There we go. Oh, look at this bone colour. Ah, Praxis. Praxis. Now that reminds me of something too. Praxis. I'm good at thinking of things, but not actually thinking of the answer to things. That's how I talk to your doctor to see if Androxis is right for you. Yeah. Praxis. What does that remind me of? I'm gonna need to get a new sheet, because this one is absolutely full. I don't know what to do with these. Like, do I just throw it out? I might see if I can keep it, because that purple is still plentiful enough where it might be a waste to get rid of it. So I wonder if I can keep it. Like that. And then put her over here. Alright, Praxis. Praxis. What does that remind me of? I'm liking all these Axis names. Oxus and Axis. Dragon names with an X in it. You know, classic. That's... yeah. Just, again, this is my first time using a hydration pad, so please bear with me. I think it might need a bit more water. Just gonna... there is meant to be like a fine... that was too much. It needs like a fine layer of water on top. I've just... that's like a lot of water actually, oh my goodness. It's fine, you didn't see anything. Don't tell anyone. This is a professional stream, damn it. Oh, there's purple on my hydration pad. It's okay, I don't really care that much. Alright, that feels good. Let's get this bone colour. I'm getting too excited. I need to chill. So, this is the guy we're using as our model. So, it's very yellow in some parts and very kind of bone. I'm gonna head out, eat some dinner. Go enjoy your dinner, Cork. Thank you again for joining. Thank you for the raid. I do appreciate it a lot. Okay, let's do this. So I've got a few colours to help me here. I've got fair skin, which, you know, not super hot on the name, but fair skin is this kind of pale, pinkish grey colour. I've got skeleton bone, which, you know, I think might be the winner here, guys. Come on. Yeah. Skeleton bone might be the winner. And then if I need to, I've got just sand yellow to kind of, you know, make it a little bit yellowy. You know. Jesus. I can't shake it that way. That looks so weird. I'm gonna shake them this way. It's the worst part of a mini stream. The shaking is a little sus. Alright. Let's go majority skeleton bone, and then I'm gonna do like a drop of yellow into it. Get the color mixing cam up. Clean out my... always shake off. Yep. That's looking pretty good. I think the tiniest bit of yellow, though, is going to really help it. I'm going to just have, like, one really strong arm. Sorry, that's a terrible joke. This is a... I haven't actually used this yellow yet. I'm just noticing how clean this bottle is. Jeez, Paul. It's... Ooh. So clean. Alright, so I am gonna need... I really need more of this paintbrush because it's honestly my favorite one. There we go. I've got another one. Mix, mix, mix. Thinking a bit more yellow. Looks a bit like did light to dark application. Yeah. Ah! Dropped yellow. Yeah, you're right. It looks, well, I mean, it's weird because it's not even really... Let's see. Let's focus. The tail is the good tail, I think. To me, it looks like they went blue, then purple, then yellow. Because you can see, like, the yellow here on the tips is top. And the yellow does appear to be... Ooh, I'd say the yellow's on top of the purple. So I think they went blue, purple, yellow. Because, yeah, look here, you can definitely see the... Oh, sorry. Look here, you can definitely see the yellow dry brush over, like, the purple painted scales. Yeah, so I think I'm on the right track of blue, purple, blue, yellow. I think it's okay. I think we'll manage. I think it needs to be more yellow. Look at this. That's like... excellent bone, but I think it's this real kind of seedy yellow. Don't want to go too far because I'll be upset. But I'm going to check a little bit more yellow. Maybe if I have a more vibrant type. Intenso, Amarillo Intenso, deep yellow. You come to the stream, you learn a bit of Spanish as well. Jeez, come on. This is a very triumphant piece of music for what's happening right now. Make a second blot. Nope, I'm just going all in. I don't have time for caution, Paul, but that is really good advice. It's fine. That's looking pretty good. I think that's good. I like that. It looks very bright on the screen. It's a lot darker and a lot more yellow here on reality. In real life, it looks a little better. So, let's get these wings going, because these wings are going to need to dry. I'm just going to snack on my biscuit. Why did I snack just before I had to eat? So, alright. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to use a fine brush for the wings here. You know what this needs? I'm extending... Oh, look at this. You can see behind the scenes. I'm extending the legs on the camera for a more downward angle shot here. Excuse me. Instagram worthy wings. Exactly. Oh, look at this angle. Killing it. Get some of this paint off because I'm gonna mess it up. This is the part of the stream where I don't speak at all because I'm just so focused. Now, what did I tell you? I told you that the wings would be fixed up in post. These are probably going to require like 2 layers. Make sure it's still in frame. It's still in frame. Nailing it. just hyping myself up here. You gotta hype yourself up. It can be a hard thing to do, so you gotta make sure you do it. Oh, this is such a sweet song. Is the music still coming through alright for you guys? I did have to turn it down a little bit ago because it got really intense. Yeah, accurate. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, true words. The past year has been one big hype fest. It's just like, oh, you can do it. You can do it. You got this. You can do it. Alright, they're the delicate parts kind of done. Oh, actually, no, you know what? I should just do all the... too much. All the parts on the ridges. So that I can come in with a wider brush and just fill in the blanks. I'm gonna have to do these. I'm just gonna do this one now. I'm gonna have to do the claws and everything, of course. And this one in particular too has like that light blue kind of wash. It's almost like a wash on the wing corners, the wing folds. Yeah, it's like the menu music. It's the menu music of Finding Neverland. I don't know why that came to mind. It was probably just one of the first Blu-rays I owned. Good movie if you haven't seen Finding Neverland. Like Jim Barry, not Jim Barry, J.M. Barry. It's actually really sad. If you don't go in if you don't want to be sad. Probably one of Johnny Depp's best films, actually, I'd probably say. I'm also a big film fan, so if you want to talk about films, I can talk about films. Okay, I can do the big bits. For The Princess Bride, that's a good one too, yeah. I could hear that. This music too is quite pleasant. There's too much paint on this wing currently. Oh, it's so satisfying though. Filling in large chunks. I have got it a bit up here. In fact, I'm gonna see if I can blot that off. Just use a paintbrush. Try and... I'm gonna have to get back over that in blue. Who will? These things happen. Other times I'm like that, I'll probably fix off stream because I do like a lot of touch-ups before I take a photo of it. This is just getting the main thing done. Oh my god. Talking too much, I've just painted the wing again. Painted the thing. Stop talking, Alanna. No, it's a stream. I'm just talking to myself. Oh dear. It's not even that late, like I can't even be like, oh it's late guys, I'm tired. It's 3:30, like I've got no excuse for being a weirdo right now. I'm not gonna do ASMR. It weirds me out a bit, ASMR. Oh hello! Dr. Valkyrie, thank you for the follow. Good mate Dr. Valkyrie, if you have ever seen any of my streams, is my friend who I stream with. We're playing It Takes Two at the moment, which is a really messed up game. Ooh, I see, an ASMR. Okay, one second here. I'll do that. I'll do this for you, Paul. Ready? I'm gonna make sure I don't mess it up though. Did it work? Can you hear it? Here, I'll turn the microphone way up. Okay, here you go. Just for you. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll just like pretend I'm painting, but I'm actually just scraping the microphone for you. Not sure if that worked. Alright. That's a little weird. It's alright. These wings are looking pretty cool. They're looking kind of glossy though, I'm not liking, so I'm excited to wash them up a bit. Oh, actually I think I bought some blue wash. I need to go check, but I think I actually have some blue wash that is going to go lovely on these wings. Oh my goodness, I'm getting way too reckless now. Way too reckless with my brush strokes. I'm covering up things in yellow that aren't meant to be yellow. I've got to pay attention. I got excited. I got excited at the prospect of blue wash. Alright. Top wings. Looking pretty good. Again, can't wait to decorate them a bit. Let's do the bottom of the wings. So many angles, yeah. Yeah, this is like, I mean, if you go back and watch the first mini painting stream I did, oh boy, it wasn't great. I mean, it was fun, but it was like, the camera setup was not good. I think this is, and even though I haven't done this in a while, I haven't done a Hit Dice Hangouts in a while, it's a lot better than it was back then. I almost didn't do it today too because the software that I used to get multi-camera screen was not working. In fact, I think it's like absolutely gone kaput, which sucks because I use it for D&D as well. I'm gonna have to fix that. And I was like, oh my god, I can't get the second camera on my screen. It wasn't an issue, I just had to change the source. So it was all fine in the end. I just freaked out for nothing. But I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to cancel the stream. I just want to paint. Sucks. I watched a couple. I watched mainly, oh, that's not where I wanted to put my thumb. Ah, jeez. I watched, a few, like, tutorials on general painting tips. But really, I'm kind of just, I learned the basics. I learned, like, base and dry brushing and wash. So, I kind of just go for it, honestly. I'm here for fun more than anything. There is... Oh, I've got this one mini, and you know what? I'll go in a second. Once I get most of this done, I get the yellow dry brush done, and I start looking at the finishing and the base, I'll go grab my washes, and I'll go grab this one mini that I have that I really want to paint. It's this massive Reaper mini that I've had for a while. Just don't have the time. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm burping on camera. Awesome. It's that cookie, I tells you. Coming back for revenge. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix up these blue wings a bit because they've gone a little funky. As in, they've gone funky as in I've gotten lazy and I've painted them accidentally. Yeah. But yeah, not so much... No, I don't have a formal education in mini painting. That's what you're asking. What am I... Oh, I was like, what am I up to? Didn't want to touch that either. Dang it. This is going to be the hard one because this one is really curled up. What's this song? Oh, this is cool. Tinker Top. Tinker Top Inventions. Very, very video gamey, actually, this one. Just doing these bones here because they look really good once they're done. Right. In we go. It looks really dark, doesn't it? Like, I'm trying to get it where also the light isn't appearing on my face. But it's just gonna have to look like this a little bit. Sorry, no, it's not super in focus. Okay. I really like this color. It's coming through really cool, and I'm super excited to dry brush with it. I think it's going to look awesome. Ooh, this is a cute song too. Look at these seams. Oh wow, I did a messy job on this wing. I know I said like it's going to be messy. This is really messy, this wing. I'm really going to have to come back and fix up the, I don't know, what would you call it? I suppose they're the fingers, technically. Oh no, it's not fingers. Not within they'd be the fingers, but they're kind of just like the wing bones. The wing bones are not very clean at the moment. Probably a good thing, because I'm going very rough on this painting. I'm gonna have to come in with some more blue in these edges there. But for now, wings are somewhat done. Alright, let's see, how's it gonna stand up? We're gonna need to do some dry brushing here, and I'm scared. I'm always scared of dry brushing such different colour on the thing. So let's start with the tail tip. I know I should probably start from up to down, but I'm gonna start with the tail tip. Just, oh god, it's already too much. I need to get way more off. Oh, there's still so much paint on the brush. There shouldn't be this much paint on the brush. Says the person that should have gotten the paint off the brush. No one to blame but herself. It's actually coming out pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping I'm getting it on screen here for you all to see. I mean, I think that looks pretty good. Oh geez, come on please. Let's see if I can get it closer. The purple's not super vibrant, but let's go with it's a young dragon, so the purple's not really showing up much in it. Let's definitely get some under there. Now it's got like yellow dry brush everywhere, the adults. Oh god, it's too much paint. It's way too much paint on. So we're gonna do the same. Pretty much. This lovely bone yellow is going all over it. Suppose does it actually? It doesn't actually have it on the wings too much, is something I should pay attention to. A little bit on the knuckles, but the wings are pretty much just blue. So I'll do a little bit, but then I'm going to leave the rest of it. Because the wings I think I'm going to have to fix up anyway. See, this spot here where I did too much, I'm just going to try and blend it back. Which you can totally see. It's completely covered in shadow at the moment. Alright, these spines on the back need to be almost pretty much just this colour, so they're going to be a bit wetter dry brush, if that's how I should describe it. It's a bit like Godzilla powering up from his tail for the atomic breath. I like to imagine this dragon is powering up from the tail for its lightning attack. How much does it have on its head? It's got pinpricks on its head, so... And they look bright yellow, so I think I'm not going to dry brush too much around the head. Let's do the horn though, while we're here. not going to dry brush too much. I'm just going to try and prick it. Come on, you can focus. Prick these points so that they're a bit more deliberate than a dry brush would be. Could have done this with a lighter brush, but eh. And then that's going to make it fun when it comes time to do the eyeball. Oh, I need to do the inner body is actually that green color. I completely forgot that. It's that kind of that olive. That nice olive kind of brown. That's almost too dry now. Dry brush is like magic. I don't care what anyone says. Dry brushing is magic. Honestly, like, the coolest thing. Might just do some like more stand out swashes. Because as I've been touching it too, I've been gently pulling off some of the dry brush, so I do definitely want it to stand out. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. I'm pretty pleased with that. Let's now focus on the hands. So, claws are going to be this color. I'm just doing this side first and I'll spin it around to the underside of the claws. I might do like some very light kind of black sections of the claws. Keeping it in frame? I'm keeping it in frame. Look at me go. Such fun, this music. I'm just going to keep commenting on the music. Because it is genuinely so good. How are we going for time? Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to speed it up here because I really don't want to go super long. We're already kind of pushing on. Ooh, that was too much. Alanna made a mistake because she was worried about time. Don't rush yourself, kids. Don't do what Alanna don't does. Alright. I'm pretty happy with it. It's looking very yellow. But, I mean, it is based off this guy, so I think they look pretty close, honestly. I just need to put a bit more blue on the wings, really. So, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go check to see if I have... Oh, there. This guy has kind of greeny... Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take this bone color that I've lovingly prepared and just drop an off kind of olive green into it. And hopefully that will be a good underside color. An off olive green. Do I have an off olive green? Got a lot of greens. None that are really off olive. Where's like an army paint color at this point? Oh! Oh! This should do nicely. This is zombie flesh. And it's kind of like this khaki kind of green. Oh, it's not even green. I didn't get a drop of green. Let's go a drop of green flame. Just like literally, I'm gonna drop over here. Which, I dropped the paint. I dropped the paint. It's so good. I fixed it though. I'm gonna do that tiny little drop over there. I dropped the paintbrush now. Oh god. Oh my god. There we go. Check the time. Make sure I'm not ignoring any messages. Nope. Okay. Take this. Oh, I'm gonna mix this in first. The zombie flesh color that I so lovingly found, and I'm gonna take a bit of green. I'm gonna take a bit of green. Hopefully, get some kind of olive. I'm gonna take all that green. I think I have gone through all the songs now at this point, by the sounds of it. This sounds very familiar. I think it needs to be more green. I think it needs to stand out enough from the yellow that I've done that I need to add more green. Oh no. Dangerous territory here, guys. I'm going off the rails with my colour mixing. It's really not taking. I think it's also because I've spread it very thin that... that's kind of the colour I want. This is action cam now too, by the way. I'm filming on the fly. Just gonna do like a tiny bit here because that's gonna be covered with blue later. It's still way too similar. Alright. I'm gonna... oh goodness, I guess I'm gonna have to go like a darker green. Because it's just not dark enough, the green flame. I'm just gonna do a bit of that. Mix this in very slowly. You're just tuning in and thinking, why is she mixing green for this blue dragon? I don't really know. I mean, it's just the other one's got this nice olive undercoat. I wanted it. I want it. Yeah, that's it. That's a good colour. I'm going with it. If it looks shit, I'll just redo it. You know? So let's quickly reassess the colours we're working for here. Looks good. And now the colours I'm painting on. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm okay with this. I'm going to need a bigger brush. This is going to take forever if I use this brush. Where does it go down? It goes down to the... oh, it's the underside of the tail as well? Oh my goodness, guys, I've been dropping the ball on this colour. It goes all the way down. It's a proper undercoat. It's a proper undercoat that I've completely ignored this entire paint. Entire chest, its entire belly, its entire undertail is this colour. Which actually works in my favour because I did make a mistake earlier and painted the tail too dark. Oh god. Okay. Big Mama can get out of the way now. Back to this guy. I'm just going to bring the camera down a bit for you all to see. There we go. This is what I'm working with. Yeah, gotta get in there without painting the leg, which I think I've just done. Yep. Beautiful work as always by me. The attention to detail is exquisite. But we're having fun, so that's the important thing. I look like I've lost my people in chat. Oh no. This is the stream you all promised. If I was left by myself and no one in chat, it's just gonna be me rambling. I I feel sorry for the people that, if people do watch this on YouTube later when it's not even live, they're like, what is this girl going on about? How far up the side do I want this to come? It doesn't even really have scales on its belly to indicate where this colour should end, so I'm just going to kind of patch it in a bit. Really patchy job. The worst thing to come out of this is the fact that I have to mix that blue again because I made so many mistakes. Was not happy with that initial blue colour. Now look at me, I'm stuck with it. Oh, thank you so much, Beck. I appreciate that. Alright, belly looks pretty well done. I'm just going to do a little bit under the chin there. Okay, there's a lot of paint in there, my goodness. Actually, it's got like these, this one does, the adult one doesn't. It's got these cool little armor plates on its legs and on its like back legs there. I don't know if you can see. It's got, oh goodness, focus. Focus! Ah. Focus. Yeah, it's got like these back plates on its leg, which I think I'm going to paint this color as well. Almost like the, yeah, I don't like it now that I've done it. I hate it. But I'm a little committed to it now. I'm gonna follow it through. Oh no. Oh well. You know, worst things could happen. Like painting the wings that were meant to stay blue. But who would do that? Not I. Alright, looking real good. Except for that, I hate that. I'm stuck with it. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna do the mouth and the eye, and then we're gonna think about washes. And mouth. Such a good biscuit. Oh my goodness. So the mouth, I'm gonna use the one and only colour for this job. Lovely glistening blood. It's really the only colour you can use. And it's honestly, it's the wettest paint that I have. I'm only going to do like a little bit of it. Just a little bit. And I'm going to use a brand new paintbrush. I'm so excited. It's so nice using a brand new paintbrush. Look how teeny tiny it is! We've reached the section of the stream where Alanna has had enough. Because I'm meant to do the black bit first. Gosh. Alanna's losing it. She's talking in third person. Let's do a bit of black first. I'm doing all this one-handed because I refuse to put this down. Alright. I'll use this one, because I've already got that one. Let's go upside down. Might be easier. Also, because I really don't want to paint the tongue red, because even if the rest of the mouth doesn't take the red, it's very wet, that black. Wow, that black is liquid. Literally just water. That's not going to paint at all. That's not going to stick. Let's just go in for the red. Which I think I might have a similar issue with. It's also quite liquidy. Might need to use a different black for this. Yeah, it's definitely not dark enough. That paintbrush is exquisite though. It is so nice to use. Love brand new paintbrushes. One-handed paint bottle openings. Oh no, why did I read that as I got like the tightest bottle? Okay. I think the problem is I haven't painted in a while, so a lot of these bottles are Yeah, they're just a bit, they need to be properly mixed. I wish I had like, my only reference to it is the thing that was on The Simpsons that one time, the paint mixer that shook up and down really quickly. I'm sure it's a real thing, but I say I want that thing from The Simpsons that, you know, Bart uses to shake up his dad's beer. Ball bearing, yeah. Yeah, you know you can get those in like, spray bottles and things like that. But these are just like little plastic bottles. I don't think this is appearing on screen at all. This is a bit of a tricky one to get the angle right for me and for the camera. So I apologise if you can't really see what's happening right now. I come in ever so slightly down here. Just to darken the teeth. They're going to be white regardless. I just want to make sure I've got no grey in the mouth. I'll come back in with the red. The back of the throat. Oh, got a bit of red on the... yuck, they're gonna be gross. Alright. Let's get some white teeth in here. Clean that brush. Clean the brush. Where's my white? Where's my lawful white? Where did it go? White. I think they have a version of them at Bunnings. Oh. They won't know if they don't see me do it. I'm sure it makes a huge noise. I'll get someone to distract the paint specialist while I use the shaker. I don't think I can risk being banned from Bunnings though. Man, this has got a messed up face, this one. I think I got banned from Ah, shit. Don't talk about Bunnings, Alanna. Things are falling down. I messed up that face a bit. Again, that's going to be a cleanup job for the blue when I remix it. Little bits. I like giving the creatures, even though, you know, like, it's a monster, it's eating all kinds of crap, I really like giving them bright white teeth. It just reminds me of a shark. Like having pearl white teeth. Makes them all that more eerie. That's got to be red too, so let's... Even if it mixes with the white a bit, because of pink, that should be not too bad. This little bit here, the little gap between the mouth. Looks a bit purple. Looks a bit like the purple of like the ear and that. So let's just get a bit more red in there. And on the other side. And you know, just for fun, I'm just going to do like one or two little streaks in the ear. Very pink, but I don't care. I think it looks cool. Alright. We need to do an eye now too. So I've got this lovely bright spot of yellow that... Can't remember what I was going to use that yellow for, but it's there now, so I'm just going to use it. For the eye drop, which is by far the trickiest part of any mini paint. So I'm going to get this really well focused for you guys to follow along with this eye drop that I'm going to do, because then if you can see it, it's real small, the eye. It's just that little bit there. Here we go. It's going to change focus between the mini and the paintbrush, I think. Could have been better, but you know what? I'm going for it. I'm sticking with it. Second one, I'm actually going to use my thumb as a stand. That one was a lot better. That one was a lot better than that one. Ugh. Let's grab some of the bone colour. Try and differentiate where the eye begins, and oh no, I've ruined that one. That's a fix-up. Now, let's see if on this eye I can do a black dot. There's a little black dot just at the top corner of the eyeball. Ow. My finger was getting trapped a little wing. It was like actually hurting. There we go. Hey, little black dot. Now he looks like he's he looks like he's doing that smiley face with like the eyes off to the side. Oh no, I've made him too personable. Now I'm saying here, this is my gender fluid blue dragon, and I love them. Honestly, dragons can, oh my goodness, that's eye is the equivalent of like the Ghidorah head that's dopey. That's its bad eye. Let's just say that's its bad eye. Let's see, do we want any like dark shade? No. Okay, that's its bad eye. So, I am going to, because we're pushing on 2 hours, so I want to kind of finish this up kind of quickly. Not rush, but you know, finish it up. I'm going to go see if I've got some blue wash for here. I might actually have to paint some blue on before I do some blue wash, because it's... wash itself isn't always enough to properly colour a space. And I'm going to do a very quick base paint. I might actually do that before I go off and grab the wash, so it can start to dry. I'm going to kind of go for like... where are blue dragons found? They can be quite urban, can't they? I don't know why, but I'm going to go for like a desert kind of theme, I think. I like the idea of this dragon being like on the edge of a desert town. That's what I'm going to go for. And this is, honestly, this is going to be the most basic base. See what I did there? Just going to be like a ruddy brown, ruddy orange brown. I think it'll actually like look pretty nice against the blue. And I think I do have a sandy paint that I can bring in for this. I like the idea of this being like a desert dragon. And I'll dry brush this with like a brown. I think that's gonna look really cool. Alright, I need to clean up that plastic, because I don't want the plastic painted. Just the ground. That's making it worse. Alright. I'm going to let that dry for like a second. I'm going to go run and grab my washers. They're just next door, so I'm going to leave the stream up and running. If anyone pops in like, hey, where'd you go? Just say I'm getting my washers. So I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Oh my goodness. Come on. We're joined by a special guest. Oh my goodness, what did you just do? Joined by a special guest that I just found on the way to the washroom. Come on. Come on. Oh dear. We're playing a game now, apparently. Come on. Come on. I'm not talking to a human if you can't, in case you can't tell just yet. Come on. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ooh! Ooh! Ow! You pull my headphones out. Bubba? Oh my goodness. What am I doing? What am I doing? What's on the screen? Oh, you're gonna knock over the camera. Actually, you know what? Max cam! Maxie, let's go back a little bit, doggo. You're a bit high there, puppy. There we go. Ooh. There we go, it's max cam. You're constantly getting out of frame there, bub. Yeah. I'm showing more of my messy room than I had intended to, but it's Max Graham. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, no. What are you doing? Oh, now I don't think I'm going to be able to paint with him on my lap. Okay? But he's being such a good boy by hanging out by himself that I felt like I had to give him some love. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Is that good? Yeah, alright. I'm gonna have to put you down, pup. Yeah. Alright. Go. No. Not on the table. That'd be chaos. There's like 50 paint bottles on the table. If he decided to jump off right now, absolute chaos. Yeah? Oh no, don't lick that. Oh no. Okay. Off now. Off. Go. Messy room. He might have hit the lamp as he jumped off. He was perfectly fine, by the way. He's just the klutziest dog. He is very klutzy. Anyway, what are we doing? Dragons. Alright, so we're painting some dragons. Okay, so for the base, I have this. It says splash mud, which doesn't necessarily work for the desert theme I'm going for. I don't actually have any sand, but oh, I haven't actually opened this one. I've used thick mud before. Splash mud, it's more like, let's see if I can show you. It's just like this very thick kind of gritty paint that like when it dries it does grit a bit. So I'm gonna just get a bit of that and then kind of try and dry brush it on, as it were. And it will give like this nice texture once it dries. I wish it was in a slightly different colour. Because it is muddy, it's not so much sandy. But it does give a nice texture once it dries. You guys can't see anymore. There we go. I'm just going to leave that at the back for now. And for the dragon, for the actual thing that we're painting, I have... Let me get a clean brush. This one is... Where is my wash brush? This one. I do have a grey-blue wash. It's not very good though. Like it's let me get a clean palette. It's super. This is covered in like gouache paint. I don't know why I use this for my gouache painting, but it's a mess now. I'm not sure I can actually use this palette for the wash anymore. It is super not mixed. You can see, like I've tried. I'm like shaking this thing to hell. But it is a grey-blue wash. I'm gonna do like a small little test. I'd need a palette, damn it. I don't have any that could act as a palette. No, I'm just gonna... Oh, you know what? I've got like some blue wash. If anything, that might work. See, it's that kind of blue. Oh, you can't see. It's not really the best colour blue I'd like. I'm just going to do the absolute bare minimum test up here. Kind of works. I really want to keep it quite... It's quite a harsh line there. Keep it kind of light, and then I'm actually going to dab it off. So we get this nice kind of... It doesn't show up too much though, that's the... Ugh. Ugh. Guys, I'm not 100% happy with it. Oh no. Okay. Here's why. I think because there's so much more blue on the other one. So I'm going to do that, kind of paint in the blue lines I want and then wash over it. But I'm going to make it a really kind of wet paint. Oh, careful not to mix it in with the orange. I'm going to get like some real water on this. It's really quite runny. And I'm gonna just paint in like these effects. Almost like I'm using a wash, and I'm gonna dab it away. And hopefully it just leaves this kind of blue umbra is what I'm going for. Umbra effect. Again, not a professional. Don't use this as any kind of guide. I just really wanted a bit lighter blue. It's so wet right now. I mean, that's working a bit. It's real shiny at the moment, but, you know, don't at me. Really just here in the creases that I want it to be more blue. Use as my main guide to painting minis. Oh no, Beck, no, don't! That's the opposite of what I said, Beck. This is actually working. I don't know if this is a technique, but it is now for me because it's getting like decent color on these wings. Like it's getting this nice kind of blue pattern on what is meant to be more of a yellow wing, but I just can't not have some blue in the wings, and I'm gonna like really get some in here now. I should probably let it sit for a second before scraping it away. But you know what? Again, this music is very strong for this current painting scene that I'm doing. Let's get just a little bit of dark blue in there as well. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Someone help me remember, what is Mythburrow again in D&D? In Critical Role, I can't remember Mythburrow. I remember the name. I, for the life of me, cannot remember what the heck it was referring to. Oh, that looks really cool, actually. Mythburrow. Was Mythburrow where the white dragon was from? I say this, I actually, like, I've got a Critical Role podcast and I can't remember half this stuff. Gilladon's there, okay, cool. Thought so. My goodness, this is actually, let me see if I can get the light off it a bit, because the light in this current situation is doing it a disservice. This looks really cool, actually. I'm really pleased with this, how this is turning out. Doing this very light blue overlay. Yeah, thank God. Crit Roll Wiki is the absolute best. We talk quite regularly to Lynn, who's one of the main, like, moderators, I guess, or the main, like, organizers on the Crit Roll Wiki, and she's incredible. Like, a wealth of knowledge. This is a good song too. I was gonna say this sounds like an Ukatoa song, and I realized, oh, it's Ukatoa themed. Yeah, that looks real cool. I'm just gonna keep doing this a little bit, just until I get each wing looking how I like it. This is like, it's not like dry brushing, it's wet brushing. I suppose it's like I've made my own wash, except wash is a very particular type of paint. So, oh, you know what, I can actually do the wings a bit better now, because even though it's coming off the membrane really easily, it's sticking to the wing bones, which is where I wanted to go back and add some of that blue. So I'm quite pleased with the decisions I've made, for once. Crazy. Ooh! Oh, that's way too much over there. God, I hope I can... That's dried. Well, we just won't look at that one little spot. Oh no, it's rubbing off. Now this is some ASMR. This is like paper towel scraping sounds. Sorry if that's not a noise you like. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite happy with that. Let's do the interiors. So pretty much I'm just going to do this. I will then do the wash again. Like I know, just because that gives like a slightly more even coating of colour. Yeah, just a little bit more consistent. And then I might finish up there. I'll probably do some... I always say this. I'll go back and add some details later. I never do. This is how the minis just end up. Keep thinking there's a new message. It's just Nightbot. Damn it, Nightbot. Don't get my hopes up like that. This interior wing, I've only just noticed how great the texture is on it. Honestly, this is not an ad for WizKids, but these minis are really neat. The amount of detail they get on the, like the texture. Let's see if I can get it to focus on the leg. Oh. So good. So good. I need to spread this blue out just a little bit more, please. Last, just for another wing. I don't think it's gonna last. I'm gonna have to make up the tiniest amount of blue paint. God damn it. It just ran out. Just that second last wing. The penultimate wing. Penultimate wing. There we go. That should be enough to do me. This one's a bit darker, but that's okay. I'll wipe it off more. Just means more work for me. Oops. Alright. Let's get my paper towel a bit better folded, because that was a bit of a nuisance the last time. Wrap it around the finger. Patter, patter, patter. This is it does bend, but there's like a point where I just don't want to bend it anymore. Like, see, it does bend like that, but I'm worried I'm just going to break it if I really pull it off the rails. So I'm not going to bend it too much. I'm going to film my hand for you to watch, is what you're going to see here. Yeah, it's not super... It's too wet. I think I might have put it in like a real wet spot on the paper. And it's just not kind of adhering as well as the previous applications. But that being said, it is an interior wing. I'm not super stressed about it. I'm just gonna kind of jump in here and get these white spots. At this stage, I really shouldn't have any white spots. Or grey. It's technically the primer that WizKids uses. I really shouldn't have any of that showing. Yet here we are. Oh my goodness, there's like a huge swath of it. Right in there. I'm just gonna paint that as like that. So I can move on with my life and not worry about it. How I'll learn to stop worrying and love the dragon. Oh, those top wings look really good. I'm really pleased with them. I am, like I said, still going to apply the wash. Just cause. The wash is cool. Let's see. Yeah. I might not actually need it. Let's... Almost too much, isn't it? It definitely overshadows a lot of the colour of the wings. Yeah, it's too dark. Way too dark. That's okay. Let's see if we can... Ooh, actually, you know what? No, it's fine. It looks really good. I like it. I like it. I've changed my mind mid-sentence. Mid-change of mind. I'm going for it. I like it. I know the other one is a lot lighter. I might even come in and do some more yellow at the bottom, at the tips of the membrane, but at the moment I really like how blue this is. And who knows, maybe when the dragon gets older is when it kind of really grows more yellow. Let's say that. But for now, this is good. I'm not even like certain I want to do a wash on the body. No, I think the body's looking pretty good. Just keep it to the wings. Just get that excellent texture in there. And this one especially, because I did fuck up the paint job with this one. This is spooky? What's this? The folding halls. Of course it's spooky. Oh, that's really just washed that right out. I need to make sure it doesn't look like paint strokes. Is, you know, the general guide of painting. Just a little bit on the body. No, not a fan. Take it off. Very light. Very light. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna... Just a little bit there. Just looking a little too yellow. Just a little bit there. I'm just getting rid of these kneecaps that I put on that I really didn't like. So apart from like a few little touch-up areas, man, I really wish the purple had come in a bit better. The purple, I did kind of drop the ball on the purple, let's be real. Like it's not the best. But you know, for the most part, I think that's pretty good and I'm pretty happy with it. The wings by far are the best I've done. I'm really happy with how they turned out, but obviously a bit messy. Yeah, let's look at this base. Did that dry? It didn't really have the effect I wanted, so let's say poo to that. Grab a really dark orange and just go for the desert theme like I was originally going for. We'll just say, didn't work, that's okay, these things happen. I'm just gonna dry brush a really vibrant orangey yellow over the top. Should have gone for a darker base, and then I could have done some nice features, but that's neither here nor there by now. Alright. Here we go. You know what? I'm gonna grab a super cool reflective base for this. And, ooh, my goodness. Let's get it in a nice advantageous position for the final shot. Is it gonna work? You gonna spin around the right way, camera? There we go. Get all the crap out of the way. Here she comes. I will eventually stick this on. Voila. Goodness gracious me. There we go. Yay, let's get like some triumphant music on for this. Our completed. None of these are triumphant, they're all very scary. Yeah, this is a nice song anyway. Let's go for the nice song. Alright. What am I looking at? There we go. Yeah! Yeah, my dragon. It's my little dragon. This is Bluey the dragon. I haven't 100% settled on a name yet, so we're gonna go with Bluey. It looks very light on the camera. I'll let you know that it is a lot darker. I'm going to take some proper photos and I'll upload them to the Hit Dice Series Instagram and Twitter. So be sure to check them out there to get some proper photos for when I probably won't detail it. But let's put it next to... Oh, thank you. Thanks, back. Let's put it next to the... I might just hide the Spotify for now. Can I get a widescreen shot here? I don't think I can. Focus. It's not going to focus on both of these at once, I don't think. Curses. Focus on my hand. Focus on the drag. Oh, did you see? It did it for a second. I think it's too distracted by the Dungeon Master screen in the background. Okay, well either way, let's do one at a time. So there's the big dragon, which is too big currently to fit on the camera. Yep, and then here's mine. Ooh. Ooh. Spin, spin, spin. My spinning wheel is clearly caught on something and it's not spinning super well right now. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how the wings turned out. Please focus. There we go. I think the colour on the wings is really cool. I'm really pleased with the face and its super happy eye. And the under armour came out really well. Goodness gracious me, Alanna, you're gonna make people sick with this camera work. Yeah, I'm really pleased with... Come on, focus! With it in general. This is like some Steven Spielberg directing going on here. I apologize. I'm tired, I'm having too much fun right now. Yeah, so that's my lovely blue dragon. Maybe the lighting's just not the best spot for the focus. Yeah, that's oh goodness, that's too much of my ceiling. That's it. You know what? It's probably this. It's probably the massively reflective surface that I put down in front of it that's screwing it up. Yeah, done. Cool. Thanks so much for joining me on this fun mini paint. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Like, oh my goodness, that looks so yellow and gross on the screen. It's actually this beautifully rich orange color, but it looks like baby puke. Like I said, I'm going to take some proper photos. I've got like a light box that I can take proper photos with. I'll upload them to the Hit Dice Heroes Instagram and Twitter, which you can see on the chat right now. Go check on that link tree, and it's got all our socials. And yeah, be sure to also check out our D&D game, Hit Dice Heroes. It's really fun. It's pretty chill and a good time. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. I know I've been talking this entire time. I'm just playing around with my wet palette now, which I'm not still 100% sold on. It's good, obviously, for keeping the paints wet, but it got them a little too runny at some points. But man, it does actually mix really nicely. I'm just mixing now. Either way, yes, also check out our Discord. Beck's on top of these things. I'm not so much. Excellent. Thanks so much. I'm going to jump off. If for whatever reason you want to watch this again, don't know, maybe you do, it will go up on our YouTube in a few days' time. There's a bunch of other mini paints up there as well. I've painted a wagon, I've painted some other thing. I painted a T-Rex. The T-Rex is really cool. I don't currently Ducks of War. If I do ever paint, it will be this same time, but I don't have a regular session planned for it. But it will always be, it's Tuesdays, 2 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Which I think you said budding, so I'm assuming you're Australian. But just not locked in. But yeah, if you do follow us on Twitter, I will post then. I want to really try and do it more regularly. Like I said, I've got a backlog of minis to paint. It's just, you know, life's a bit busy and I can't always find 3 hours to paint. This music is way too dramatic as well for this moment. I'm just going to turn it down. But yeah. I do want to try and keep it up, and I've got, like I said, the red and the black dragon to paint, as well as a bunch of other minis. So, yeah. That's about it from me. Thanks so much for joining me in chat, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you once again to Korg the Mighty for the raid. and to all the new followers. There was Tasha, Ham Steaks, Bruh, and Dr. Valkyrie. I really appreciate it. It's really cool. And of course, thanks to Beck for modding and sharing links in that. That's also really cool too. But yeah, I'm going to jump off. I think I've said goodbye now like 5 times, but I'm going to say it again. Goodbye. Thank you. Catch you guys later. Swole in the chat.